Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. I really want to talk to you about not staying in helplessness, hopelessness, and fear. The events of last weekend were devastating to all of us. Like, we're all feeling that. Hi, Lynette. And so it's really easy for us to start feeling like we're a culture who wants to do things when there's a crisis, right? And which is a great attribute to have. And we want to help people who are hurting. And of course, there's donations, there's things like that. There's supporting organizations who can help people and families who have been devastated by this situation that happened over the weekend, the two shootings that happened. But and those are all super important. I also want to talk about a bigger picture. I want to talk about a picture of, what we can do when we're removed. We're far away from this, and we want to change the consciousness. We want to change really what's happening from a bigger picture standpoint. And so the way that I do that, the way that I know lots of other people who do that, is with ourselves first, right? Like, it always, just like Gandhi says, be the change that you want to see. And I know that quote is used all the time, and I want to talk about how I do that, because there's lots of practices. I think having a discipline and a practice around how you can make inner change that reflects outward. And I also want to tie this into what I talked about yesterday regarding reaching out to others. So practices that I think are so good about raising the love and light that we give out to the world, right? That's what this is all about, like raising our frequency, our energy, so that we can give more love and light into the world. So things like a gratitude practice. Gratitude practice is absolutely key in having a flow of giving and receiving coming in and out of your life. And I'm going to be doing more on gratitude practices later. I'm starting a new one. I talked about it. It's from the book Magic a little bit. I put a picture of the book up there. And I'm going to probably start a free group around it, because I want to take this deeper. And I also know that I do better when I do it in community. And I love, love, love community. And so I'm going to create community around this for myself and for other people as well. So more to come on that at another time. And so any other practice around meditation, yoga, breath work, for example, anything that feels good to you, decluttering your house, only having things in your home that bring you joy. So when you go through and look at all the knickknacks around your home or the things that are there, does that item bring you joy? That's another way that we can raise our love and light that we have to give. Things like, looking at things that don't feel good, like areas where we might be overeating, alcohol, smoking. Those are things that reduce our frequency. They reduce our ability to, they numb us, basically. They numb us. And so being able to let out our love and light is such a gift that we can give to the world that really matters. Getting support for yourself. So for me, I have a practice of I get listened to and I listen to someone else. So we share support, which is such a powerful way to work on the feelings that I have around things. And I want to go back to what I talked about yesterday in terms of reaching out to people who, may not have as much privilege as you do, is I think a good way to put it. And supporting them and getting to know them, reaching out for connection with those people. And I know that can be a hard thing to do. There's a variety of reasons for that. And I think that, and this really comes down to racism, sexism, classism, all the isms out there where we learn at a very, very young age, really when we're infants, that, and it's not that we're taught this, but it's a feeling that goes in, that there are divisions between human beings, and that our world, our community, our environment shows us and gives us the experience of these divisions. And it hurts us whether we're on the side of privilege or underprivilege to be divided in that way. It is not natural to be divided that way. And so part of my practice is actually working on my early childhood fears, which is not a conscious, I don't do this, I can't talk about memories. I actually do it through my body, through somatic kind of work. And I get listened to in this, where I work on the feeling of fear, the first times that I ever felt fear around recognizing that I should be afraid of people who are different than me. And I've realized in my practice that I felt that very, very young. Younger than I can remember, actually, but my body still remembers it, because every painful experience, every fearful experience that doesn't get healed stays in our cells. And so working on that has been huge for me, and I continue, there's layers of it. So I continue to do that work. And I've noticed within myself that the more work I do on that, the better I get at reaching out to people who are different from me. It's not like I go to the mall or go out in public and shake hands with everyone that's out there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I have a community garden, and going over and, talking to a person of color, or talking with a Vietnam vet, someone who's very different and has different life experiences, and authentically engaging, because I want to connect. I know that I have things to learn from people who are different from me. People who have special needs, for example, is another one. And just having, so back to my original thing about being, that we don't have to stay in helplessness. We don't have to stay in fear. We don't have to stay in hopelessness. The way we really help from what happened last weekend is we continue to do our work. We raise the love and light that we have inside of us, and we give it out to others. And I'm going to be talking more and more and more about ways to do that in very specific details over the next, days, weeks, months, years. So I don't think I need to get into that now, but I just also want to say that you matter. The love and light that you carry in you matters, and the world needs you. So I really invite you to step into that and show us your love and light. And I so look forward to hopefully hearing from you. Please feel free to let others know about this. Let me know if you watch the replay by doing hashtag replay. And I look so forward to connecting more with you. Thank you so much.